The second annual Charleston Trucking Expo is rolling back to Chucktown. Join us Saturday, September 16th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Ladson Exchange Park to get the latest info and resources about the industry that keeps the world moving. There will be industry speakers, local vendors, raffle giveaways, CDL scholarships, a truck show, a food truck park, kids zone, and so much more. Bring the whole family. Kids are free. The second annual Charleston Trucking Expo, Saturday, September 16th.
It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it's showtime. What's happening, everybody? The Geno Jones Show. I come to you live. If you're watching me live, thank you. Monday through Friday, normal start days and time. Now, yesterday was Labor Day, so there was no live show. However, the best of the Geno Jones Show is always available. You can binge watch any back episode that you miss. So subscribe, share, screen grab, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. As a matter of fact, let me give you a quick update. I am less than 20 new subscribers, but let's keep it going because my goal is to get a million. All right, but I am less than 20 new subscribers from becoming a YouTube partner. Now you say, Geno, what does that mean? That means I'm less than 20 new subscribers from getting a check from YouTube. You'll see their ads. Now, the ad you saw at the beginning of my show is one of my ads, but you'll see YouTube ads. And when you do, I just want you to hear this sound that goes cha-ching. Yes, that cha-ching is going to go to Geno Media, my media company. So thank you. Thank everybody, all my new subscribers. I got a chance to, I had a busy weekend. The Montague Room was on fire here in North Charleston, South Carolina. So it's like it is one of the sexiest spots, swankiest venues in America. It's a restaurant. As a matter of fact, we had the lead chef, the head chef, Chef Kevin on as my guest last week. So it's great food. It's a restaurant. It's an incredible bar with all the top shelf liquor. And they've got a patio on the outside where they serve food, and they have an outdoor bar, and they have two stages, a stage on the inside and on the outside. Live entertainment Wednesday through Sunday, and yours truly is a warm-up act. I perform live in between sets Friday and Saturday night. And then, of course, Sunday we had a big concert. Shout out to my man Roy Chip Anthony, Sir Charles Jones, and everybody that was a part of the big all-white Southern Soul event here this Sunday at the North Charleston Performing Arts Center. So it was a lot going on. You know who else had a big weekend? Beyonce, B-Day, her birthday weekend. Yes, her birthday yesterday. The Queen Bee turned 42. And on yesterday, she performed live. So Friday, as a matter of fact, I got to get an update from my daughter, my firstborn, Lauren Shiana Hill Vaughn. Hadn't called her daddy yet. Her and her best friend, maid of honor, Sabrina, they went to the Friday night concert out in Los Angeles at the SoFi Stadium. So Beyonce sold out SoFi Stadium, has 70,000 seats, 3 nights straight. She probably could have did 4. Friday night, Saturday night, and yesterday, Monday night, which was her B-Day birthday, and guess who came on stage and sang happy birthday to the Queen Bee? Many may say the ultimate queen, Miss Diana Ross. 79 years young, she looks great. She's actually still doing some spot dates, performing live, and Beyonce was smitten like a little kid at Christmas. And who wouldn't be? Because you wouldn't have Beyonce, you wouldn't have Janet Jackson in the 80s if you didn't have the Queen, Diana Ross. Diana Ross was Beyonce back in the 70s. You talking about a groundbreaker. She paved the way. She was a trailblazer. Just what she did with the Supremes, Then she went on to have a solo career. My favorite song by Diana Ross is Love Hangover. If there's a cure for this, I don't want it. Keep it out of my face. I don't give a damn. I don't want to see it, smell it, taste it, or feel it. That Love Hangover. Oh my God, that is the ultimate club banger right there. And then she was Oscar nominated. Movie star, Mahogany. Lady Sings the Blues. Back in the day, I know my mother's watching. She loved her some Billy D. Williams, and A Lady Sings the Blues, which is basically Diana Ross playing Billie Holiday, the late Billie Holiday. And then Mahogany, she started off, and actually this is a true story. So Diana Ross was like a fashion design major in high school. She wanted to be a designer. She actually had sketches of some of her designs, but Berry Gordy discovered her. I don't know if it was Smokey put her on. I know Smokey and Diana are very good friends. They've known, as a matter of fact, Smokey kind of snitched on himself, talk about that not only were they friends, they were lovers and friends for a minute, even though Smokey was married at the time. So Smokey snitched on himself. I ain't snitching on him. I digress. Diana Ross, put some respect on the true queen, Miss Diana Ross. And for her to pay tribute to Beyonce, to come on stage, it was just beautiful to see. It's like passing the torch, lighting a new torch, not passing it, because Diana's torch is still lit, but she's lighting, even though Beyonce's torch is already lit. Calm down, Beehive. Just calm your ass down. It's just beautiful to see, just from different eras, like musical royalty. Diana Ross and Beyonce, it was amazing. And I just love that Beyonce, and I have to give Beyonce a lot of credit. She has always paid homage and respect and honored all the women who paved the way for her, from Diana Ross and Tina Turner. She's always showed love to Janet Jackson, so many other artists. I know I can't even name them all. So big shout out, big props to Beyonce, and then Beyonce and Blue Ivy. Shout out to little Blue Ivy doing their thing. Blue Ivy performing with her mommy. You're talking about creating moments. Oh my God. Can you imagine 20 years from now, Beyonce and Blue Ivy just talking about, Mommy, I remember when I was on tour with you and we fist bumped each other and you sold out stadium. You were selling out football stadiums like Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson back in the day, back in like the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Wow. So shout out to the Queen Bee. Happy birthday to Miss Beyonce Knowles Carter. And shout out to Diana Ross. That was just so, it's so important that we support the next generation, who's up next. But it's also important that who's up next or who's it now remembers that for you to become the it person now, there was somebody that was the it person before you that paved the way, that opened the doors, that blazed a trail, that took some of the slings and arrows so you wouldn't have to take them. And Beyonce is great, like I said, at paying honor and homage and recognizing and showing so much respect and deference to the greats before her. So big props to Beyonce. But that means that's because her mom and daddy raised her right. Shout out to Tina Knowles and Matthew Knowles. All right. Big shout out to her parents, to her mama and daddy. Don't get it twisted. All right. Speaking of the weekend, you know who else is celebrating? My man Denzel Washington. Equalizer 3, number 1. That's right. Equalizer 3 equals 1. Number 1 at the box office over the Labor Day weekend. Made over $42 million. Robert McCall ain't no joke. Yes, Robert McCall to the rescue in southern Italy. Now, full confession, I can't lie to you all right, I just can't. I did not get a chance to go see Equalizer 3 this weekend. That's how busy I was, because between performing at the Montague Room on Friday night, Saturday night, and being one of the MCs along with all my co-workers of Savannah J, DJ D Nights, Belinda BP Parker, Stephen St. James, Sunday night at the Performing Arts Center, and then DJ D Nights' after party, which was epic at Chill and Grill. Man, Monday I was worn out. my checkbook, my bank account was worn out, and my body was damn near worn out. So even though I got a nice long cardio, got my good cardio walk in. So, but I made sure I got plenty rest. But number one, so Denzel, I'm gonna make sure, because I was telling Damaris, I was like, man, I don't like this. Supporting Denzel, I always support black movies where you got a black lead actor, and Denzel is the GOAT, and then Antoine Fuqua, who produced and directed all three Equalizers, and he did Training Day. So I'm all about supporting black people, supporting black-owned businesses, supporting black artists, filmmakers. I'm about supporting the culture. Like I said, look, I am not anti-anybody. Well, I'm anti-racist and hate. So I am anti. I'm anti-racist, white nationalist, anti-Semitic, anti-black, anti-homophobia, misogynist, sexist. Yeah, I'm anti that. But in terms of a group of people, ethnicity, I'm not anti-anybody, but I am unapologetically pro-black. Because America has been anti-black for like 404 years. So what are we doing? Okay? No, I make no apologies. Because somebody's got to be pro-black. Because even today, too much of America is anti-black. And some of that anti-blackness comes from people who are my complexion, hair texture like mine, or even darker. Speaking of one of those people, yes, the chickens have come home to roost. You hear me talk about karma, and karma is so real. You don't have to believe in God, a higher being, a higher power. You don't have to believe in Jesus, Jehovah, Allah, Muhammad, Abraham, Buddha, whatever. You don't have to believe in no kind of God, no kind of higher power. But karma is real. And I'm not saying that they're not, because I truly believe in a God, a higher power, absolutely, unapologetically. But karma is real. You don't have to believe in it, but it believes in you. Because once again, I'm going to say it again, the energy that you send out into the world is your energy. And your energy always is going to find its way back to you. Because it's yours, good or bad. So, a young man who happens to be Afro-Latino, my complexion, at least, texture like mine, Enrique Tarrio, the leader of the Proud Boys. He helped mastermind the insurrection, the storming of the United States Capitol. You had the police officers that were killed. They tried to kill so many other people and inciting all these racist and white nationalists. Now, how is it, dude? A dude that's my complexion or darker than me, hair texture like mine, dude, they don't love you. Yes, you've bought into the ideology, but you ain't special. Because as long as you buy into their ideology of anti-blackness and anti-Semitism and anti-virtually everything and everybody, women, homophobic, all that, trans, all that. As long as you buy into that ignorance, they're cool with you. But they have no use for you, really. So this dude, Enrique Tarrio, the Proud Boys leader, an Afro-Latino. That's a whole nother story. Because you got some folks that are Afro-Latino or got some Latino heritage that they look black, but they don't identify as black, and they engage in anti-blackness. I'm going to talk about one woman that really, she ran off at the mouth and just said some really foul-ish, and she got fired for it. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio, who helped mastermind the insurrection, the sedition. Sedition is conduct or speech. So it's your conduct, it's your actions, is what you do, or your speech, what you say to incite people to overthrow the government. The legal term for that is sedition. And for his sedition, Mr. Enrique Tarrio, the Proud Boys, Stand back and stand by, as your boy Orange Jumpsuit Hitler said. Now, get a line, because your ass is going to jail for 22 years. 22 years, partner. Double deuces for your ass. Now, let's see if your boy going to help you out. Oh, I know you're hoping he's going to get reelected so he can pardon you and get you out of jail. But he ain't going to be able to help your ass now. Go straight to jail. Get on your orange jumpsuit and get your ass behind them bars for what you did. You see, karma caught up with you. You thought you had it made. You thought you was skating and y'all thought y'all was going to overthrow the government and then put your boy Orange Jumpsuit Hitler back in power and have a dictator. You thought you were going to be like his secret police like they had in Nazi Germany, the brown shirts that were a bunch of thugs that went around and beat up on people if they weren't kissing Hitler's ass. Or in Italy, Mussolini, before Hitler, Mussolini in Italy in the early 1900s was a dictator, and he had something called the black shirts, which were like they call them paramilitary. A group of thugs that was sanctioned by that leader, Mussolini, or in Hitler's case, they were called black shirts. Then Hitler got the brown shirts. Well, your boy, Orange Jumpsuit Hitler, the Proud Boys, and the Oath Keepers, and the 3%ers, and the Boogaloo Boys especially, because he shouted out the Proud Boys at that debate with President Biden. Proud Boys are stand back and stand by. Well, Proud Boys, like I said, get your ass in line because you're going to jail. Karma. Karma is real. Now, I got some good news. I got to shout out CoCo Gauff. Congratulations. Young sister, 19. She is going to the U.S. Open semifinals. So she won her match today, a quarterfinal match. I got a chance to watch like the last set. So shout out to young sister. She's been doing her thing. She is the first 19-year-old to go, U.S. player, to go to the U.S. Open semifinals since Serena was 19. Like back in, I think it said 2001. So shout out to CoCo Gauff. Shout out to her parents. I saw her dad in the stands. Her mom and dad have been with her all along. And shout out to all the brothers and sisters. Do you know you got four black folks, 4 African Americans, I think two. Look, biracial. You look black, damn it. And America ain't calling you. I bet the Proud Boys ain't calling your ass biracial. They calling you the N-word. So, CoCo Gauff, tonight, Francis Tiafoe. This brother, he was great at the U.S. Open. I think he made it at least to the quarterfinals last year. Big fan, Francis Tiafoe. He is playing tonight for his opportunity, I think, to go to the semis also. And then Madison Keys got a quarterfinal match. I've seen her play here, African-American sister, and this dude named Ben. Young brother named Ben. His last name escapes me. Never seen this cat before. So you got 4 African-American tennis players in the quarterfinals. That's like never happened. So you can see the Venus and Serena effect, not just on women, black women playing tennis, but black men. So shout out to Serena for being an inspiration, and shout out to CoCo Gauff for winning her match today. Shout out my man Francis Tiafoe to win his match tonight, and shout out to Madison Keys. I think Madison may play later tonight or tomorrow. It's Tuesday. If you're watching me live, Tuesday night. But we're rooting for all the brothers and sisters. Like I said, I am unapologetically pro-black. I ain't anti-nobody. I've been rooting for white folks all my life. But white folks ain't always been rooting for black folks. So come on. So I don't make no apologies. Shout out to Deion Sanders. He did his thing, head coach of Colorado. A lot of criticism, a lot of heat. Look, say what you want to say about Deion. I don't have a problem with his ego because like Muhammad Ali said, it ain't bragging when you can back it up. I could very easily say the greatest cornerback that's ever played in the National Football League. I'd put Rod Woodson right up there with him. But nobody better than Deion Sanders as a cornerback. One of the greatest athletes ever in that category. Maybe top 10 top somewhere. Now head coach. He was a head coach at Jackson State for a couple years, turned that program around. Now, I got to be honest. I really hate him leaving Jackson State because we're going to have a conversation tomorrow. I'm working on that right now about our HBCUs and about our sons and daughters and nieces and nephews going to these, they call them PWIs, predominantly white institutions. Because it wasn't that long ago when they didn't want our kids there. Couldn't go there. University of Arkansas. I mean, they had to get, like, the president had to send in the National Guard just to allow Ole Miss, all these SEC schools, calling them the N-word and throwing and spitting and threatening to kill them, students and the ignorant ass parents. So it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't like 100 years ago. More like 60 years ago. 60, 65, 70 years ago. Wasn't that long ago. They didn't want our kids there. Now, they can't do without our sons and daughters because it's big business, especially college football, major college football, and basketball. So I might have that conversation tomorrow. But Deion, so he left Jackson State. And I just, look, he got a right to go wherever he wants to go, but I was hoping, I wish Deion could have stayed, but Deion is always going to do Deion. I ain't upset with that. But what he did, and I hope these HBCUs see it, because, you know, Deion ain't the only Hall of Famer that's coaching or that can coach. He ain't the only brother that's a Hall of Famer. There's some other ones. So I'm going to talk about all that tomorrow. But now he's going to University of Colorado, a major school. They call it like Power 5 Conference. That's like a major college. There was 1 of 11. So he took a team that only won one game. 1 of 11 last season, brought in 85 new players, including 2 of his sons, Shador, the quarterback, and I think Shiloh, the brother, is the cornerback. And he brought in this kid that was like the number one high school football player about 2 years ago, Travis Hunter. His brother was phenomenal. And then there's another brother that was running back. I actually watched the game, so shout out to Deion Sanders. Now, it's only one game, but he's already won. Because I guarantee you, there's some other schools, some of these other major white college universities are saying, maybe we need to go on and reach out to some of these black Hall of Famers, or some of these black assistant coaches in the NFL, or maybe some of these black coaches or coordinators in college. If Deion can do it, I know there's some other folks that can do it. I might have that conversation, but congratulate. And I love Deion. Deion is unapologetically Deion Sanders. I ain't mad at him. He said, I'm keeping receipts. And there's one reporter, ESPN, I've been watching him on TV forever, a guy named Ed Werder. For years, he was like, the Dallas Cowboys was his beat. Now, a significant number of these, especially old guard white reporters, you know, look, some of them are flat out racist. I've been working in media. I've been around sports and news. My first gig in radio was doing that. Way, way back. I ain't gonna tell you how long it was. Over 30 years ago. But so I'm not saying that Ed Werder is racist, but you know, you can kind of read between it. You can pick up the vibe and the energy from some people. And then some folks just a confident black man that knows his stuff and that's successful and is not meek and humble or, oh, master, thank you for it. Oh, thank you. Oh, you know, it ain't really me, master. You gave me an opportunity. I was watching Winning Time. This it's not a documentary. It's like a series loosely based on the Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers in the 80s, Showtime, when they had Kareem and Magic and they were winning championships. And yesterday it was a great episode. Magic didn't like this dude named Paul Westhead, his coach, because he didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. He only got the job because the dude that hired him wound up virtually killing himself. He flew off a bike and he eventually died, never really fully recovered. Paul Westhead wound up getting a head coaching job Now, they won a championship. Magic was a rookie year because Magic played center. Game 6 against the 76ers, 42 points and crazy. Just Google Magic Johnson, a Game 6, 1980. Yeah, that was 1980 NBA Finals. They played the 76ers. 42 points, 17 rebounds. Something, I can't even remember the exact stat line. But so there's a scene in Winning Time, the latest episode where Magic is having it out with the owner, the late Dr. Jerry Buss, the man who I actually got to meet. And they really nailed it. Even the dude that they got playing Dr. Buss looks just like him. I mean, like a whole hell of a lot like him. And so Magic, there's one scene where Magic says, man, you don't love me like a son. You love me because I'm the best player on this damn team. I'm cleaning it up. That's why you love me. You paid me. You gave me this $25 million, 25-year contract because I'm the best damn player on this team. And I won a championship. I earned this money. You didn't give me a damn thing. I earned it. I was like, yo, Magic, yes. And Deion is saying, Colorado ain't giving me anything. I earned it for what I did in Jackson State. I come around, first game, but I took a team that was 1-16 and beat a team, TCU, suburban Dallas, Fort Worth, that played in the National College Championship football game last year. Now they got their ass beat by University of Georgia, but this team, now the quarterback, yes, they lost some players to go to the NFL, but they didn't lose no 85 players. TCU was favored to beat Colorado by 20 points. They played the game, TCU played the game, like I said, at home in suburban Dallas. Deion took his team, his 2 sons, and Travis Hunter, and all these other brothers, some of the white kids that he got on there, and they went into suburban Dallas, where all the experts said they were going to lose by 20 points, and they beat TCU's ass. And Deion's son, Shador, the quarterback, threw for over 500 yards, like 510 yards. And he shouted out the HBCUs. He's like, I was playing at a HBCU last year. He was like, this wasn't no different than playing the HBCU schools. So he was saying, I was playing dudes, brothers, that was just as good as TCU at a HBCU. They got the same talent. As a matter of fact, Shador Sanders never threw for 510 yards against any team at a HBCU, the SWAC, Southwestern Athletic Conference. So you got 2 main conferences for all your historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs. So you got the SWAC, Southwestern Athletic Conference, Jackson State now, Alcorn State, and Grambling. And then you've got the MEAC, like here, about 45 minutes north of me, South Carolina State University. You got Winston-Salem State University, and North Carolina A&T. They are part of the MEAC. Anyway, so shout out to Deion Sanders. I ain't mad at you. So Ed Warder, he was like, oh, you believe me now? Because Ed Warder wrote this. Really, it was like tinged. They say racially tinged. You could just see that. You could translate this article as like, this cocky N-word. He's just a celebrity, but he cleaned it up. So I translated, he's nothing more than a celebrity coach. That's what Ed Warder was saying. He was really saying he's just an uppity, cocky N-word. Oh, I know how to translate it. I know what he meant, and Deion knew what he meant. And that's why Deion called his ass out in the press conference. Well, actually, the dude tried to ask Deion a question. He was like, oh, you believe now? You believe now? Dude wouldn't answer. Deion moved on. So I ain't mad at you, Deion. I wish you'd have stayed at Jackson State. But look, at the end of the day, I know you doing you. You trying to get all the money you can, securing that bag. Because if USC, or I know if Florida State was to fire their heck, even though they won over the weekend, but if Florida State was to fire their head coach tomorrow, you would take that job tonight if you found out that they was firing dude tomorrow. And probably Southern California, even though they got this dude Lincoln Riley, who left Oklahoma. So, Deion ain't the only coach that kind of left the program high and dry. And it went out to my university, University of Southern California. But if they got rid of Lincoln Riley, because there was some talk about Deion might go to Southern Cal. So now, Southern Cal may be looking like, wow, maybe we should have grabbed Deion. I'm just saying. And shout out to his staff, his coordinators. He got, I know, at least 2 coordinators. Both are brothers. Carl Durrell used to play at UCLA as a quarterback, and another brother. So I'll talk more about that tomorrow. All right, happy birthday on my way out the door. Terry Ellis of En Vogue is 60 today. Happy birthday. Also celebrating a birthday here in the Low Country. Shout out to Erica. Happy birthday, Erica. It's your birthday. She had a big birthday celebration at the Montague Room on Friday. So she said, make sure you give me a shout out on your radio show and on your TV show. So happy birthday, Erica. Glad you had a great time, you and your family, Friday night. So I hope you're watching this show, or somebody you know is going to watch it and send you a copy. As a matter of fact, I'll tag you on social media. Make sure you get a copy of it. So happy birthday to you, Miss Erica. Happy belated birthday. At the beginning of the show, I mentioned Beyonce. She turned 42 Monday, yesterday, and comedian Damon Wayans, my dude, turned 63 on Monday. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and you, and you, and especially you, and God most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out in Los Angeles live. Or you can binge watch. If you missed some of this, go back and watch it at the end of the show in a few minutes, and go back and binge watch any episode that you missed. The Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Subscribe, share, screen grab, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. Shout out to all of my subscribers, my new subscribers, and my subscribers from day one. I am less than 20 new subscribers, but we got to just go way past that. My goal is to get 1 million subscribers, but I'm less than 20 new subscribers from getting a check from YouTube. They call it a YouTube partner. I call it cha-ching, cha-ching. You'll begin to see YouTube ads, because I'm running ads now, but those are my ads. So please, everybody you know, you like, you love, you can't stand, strangers, aliens from outer space, tell them all to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show and share and like, binge watch all my back episodes. The more you watch, the more you subscribe, the more people you get to subscribe. The more people, not just that you get to subscribe, but the longer you watch, the more cha-ching to a black-owned business, Geno Media. Thank you. Speaking of a black-owned business, shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show, CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro. Check him out on IG, on Instagram. Kel be cutting up, KELBE. CUTTINUP. Allie Jones is the drip director, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show, along with Mr. Bruce Gage. Check out Allie Jones and her LX.NCL collection. She got a special crochet line collection, crocheted swimsuits, 2-piece swimsuits, 1-piece swimsuits, crochet tops, crochet leggings, crocheted handbags, crochet scullies and beanies, and she's going to have a crochet line for the fall and winter too. Check it out. LX.N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi, underscores that little dash right at the end, at the bottom. And LX.NCL at the end of that last L, that little dash at the bottom. They call it underscore. Bruce Gage, check him out on Instagram, the Mario Uomo collection, the Flyball collection, and more. Miglio di Mario Uomo, MIGLIO, DIMARIO, UOMO, MIGLIO, DIMARIO, UOMO. Thanks for everybody watching me live right now. My number one fan, Mother, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Hello, Najima. How are you? Thank you for watching. Everybody, thank you for watching. All right, y'all do me a favor. Copy and paste the link. Tag people on social media. Copy and paste the link. Text it to somebody. Copy and paste it. Put it in the email. Let's make it go viral. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show. Wednesday, September 7th. No, it's September 6th. Wednesday, September 6th, the day the 5th. Wednesday, September 6th, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out in Los Angeles, where Beyonce had Diana Ross sing Happy Birthday to her. Live on stage at Beyonce's concert Monday night. Amazing. Thank you for watching, everybody. As always, be blessed. Pray for peace. I love you. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.
The second annual Charleston Trucking Expo is rolling back to Chucktown. Join us Saturday, September 16th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Ladson Exchange Park to get the latest info and resources about the industry that keeps the world moving. There will be industry speakers, local vendors, raffle giveaways, CDL scholarships, a truck show, a food truck park, kids zone, and so much more. Bring the whole family. Kids are free. The second annual Charleston Trucking Expo, Saturday, September 16th.